Metro Council announcement time. Any Metro Council member that wishes to express any announcements in their district or otherwise, please enter the queue and will be called upon. First one is Councilman Pardue.
Thank you, sir. I'd just like to announce the 10th Annual Metro Police Department Law Enforcement Talent Showcase and Silent Auction. This is, of course, 10 years that the police department's been doing this, all the entertainment, our police officers. They've got a couple of special guests that'll be there this year that I'm not allowed to tell you. My wife will kill me. It's going to be at the Nashville Palace at 6 p.m. next Tuesday night. The doors open at 5:30. The tickets are $15 donation at the door. I'd really love to see a lot of the council members out there. Like I said, they've been there 10 years. We need to support them best we can. All of the money that's raised goes to the Nashville Children Alliance. That's children that's been mistreated. So if anybody can make it out, we'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. I know that for people who want to see their police officers in a different light, you definitely can't miss that show. So thank you, and it's a worthy cause. Councilman Bedney.
Yeah, thank you. I was distracted by another council member right here. Well, first of all, I want to say Leshana Tova to all my Jewish friends watching Channel 3. I don't know how many there are, but Happy New Year. I hope it's a sweet and easy fast coming in Yom Kippur, so I just wanted to wish them a good time. And I also wanted to tell the people on District 31 that we had a meeting last weekend to discuss the USD, GSD expansion, and I decided personally to delay the decision for a year, and I'm going to use that time to visit with each subdivision in the district to find out if they want to be included in the USD and get those benefits, or they want to stay out of it, stay on the GSD and don't get those benefits. So I'm going to be reaching out to all the HOAs on all the different subdivisions, and if anybody watching is interested in talking to me about it, my number is 829-6226. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman O'Connell.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to let folks know Union Station Hotel Nashville and Historic Nashville Incorporated invite you to History Transformed. Welcome back to Union Station, a celebration of the hotel's recent transformation. Following an extensive restoration touching nearly every area of Union Station, the hotel is excited to officially reveal its updates and new spaces for the first time to the public during an event on Sunday, October 9th from noon to 2 p.m. The event falls on the 116th anniversary of Union Station opening in 1900. The event will include tours of the hotel's updated rooms and event spaces, brunch, bites, and beverages provided by Union Station's new bar and restaurant Carter's, a silent auction, and more. Tickets are free, and you can find out more at historicnashvilleinc.org. Additionally, Historic Nashville will celebrate the announcement of the 2016 Nashville 9, which will be revealed directly prior to the event. A list compiled each year through a public nomination, the Nashville 9 reveals 9 historic properties endangered by demolition, neglect, or development, and has included past properties such as RCA Studio A on Music Row, Highland Heights School in East Nashville, and the Tennessee State Prison. I also did want to note that October is Walk Nashville month, and Walk Bike Nashville has compiled a calendar of all kinds of ways to explore the city on foot at walkbikenashville.org/walkmonth. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Sledge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. We got a lot going on in District 17 as usual, starting this Saturday, October 8th. We have a Browns Creek cleanup courtesy of Hands on Nashville. If anybody still wants to participate, you can email me at colby.sledge@nashville.gov or meet us out there. It's going to be starting at 8 o'clock over at 464 Craighead Drive. Then the next Saturday, the 15th, we got a couple of things going on. Council members should have on their desk a letter from the Nashville City Cemetery. This year's Living History Tour is the 15th, Saturday, October 15th, and the theme this year is Tales from the City Cemetery, Scandal, Mayhem, Murder, Duels, and more. So it will be reading the minutes from our previous council meetings. And I would encourage anybody to get out there. The tour starts at 3 p.m. and it's every 15 minutes. The last tour is at 6 p.m. So again, that's Saturday the 15th. Also, Saturday the 15th is the Woody Crest Fall Fest. That will be happening at the Woody Crest Garden. That is from 3 to 7 p.m. And then Monday the 17th, SNAP will meet at its regular monthly meeting at the SNAP Center, 1224 Martin Street at 6 p.m. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Council Lady Johnson.
Thank you, President Primore. I am wanting to remind everyone in District 29 that our cleanup for the fall is this Saturday, October the 8th. It begins at 8 o'clock and then concludes around 12 noon with a cookout to follow. So please come out to help us this Saturday. We have some certain areas in the district we would like some attention to be placed. We will have the drug court out. We also will have Goodwill and shredded. So if you do have your items to be shredded, they will be there this Saturday. But again, that is from 8 to 12 noon in the parking lot of Compton's off of Smith Springs Road, beginning at 8 o'clock, concluding around 12:30. And immediately after, we will have a cookout for everyone who helped with the cleanup. So please, I hope that you all will come out and help this Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Johnson. And before you leave, want to just give you the accolades. And thank you so much for serving as the President Pro Tem last term. Your tenure was great. Thank you very much. Councilor Van Rees.
Thank you very much. Lots of things happening in District 8. I wanted to bring your attention. If you have received the newsletter today, then you'll have some of this in writing. If you have not received the newsletter, please go to nvrfordistrict8.com and sign up to get community information. I wanted to remind the folks over on Hillside that the Hillside Development Meeting with neighbors will be on this Saturday, October the 8th at 10 a.m. Down at the Madison Library Community Room. We'll review preliminary plans before this goes to the Planning Commission on October 13th. So please join me this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at the Madison Police Precinct about the Hillside development. Also wanted to remind you that the following Saturday on October the 15th, the tour number 2 of the Studio 615 property will be happening at 10 a.m. on Saturday, October the 15th. Please bring your ideas and some steady footwear if you want to do a walkabout on the grounds. We'll be meeting there at Studio 615. That's at 272 Broadmoor Drive, right across the street from Maplewood High School. There is a lot of discussion about that property and its development and what the neighbors would like to see happen behind Studio 615 from Broadmoor, actually almost all the way to Hart. So please come and join us on the 15th at Studio 615. Also, just in a matter of community events, the East Nashville Caucus community groups and districts are going to be meeting at the East Nashville Police Precinct on Wednesday. That's tomorrow at 5:30, and so it's always an opportunity for folks that are in districts 6, 7, 8, 5, maybe 2, to come and talk amongst ourselves about what's happening. A great agenda is planned for tomorrow. The Englewood Neighborhood Association meeting is at Isaac Litton on Thursday, the 6th, and Councilman Anthony Davis and I are always trying to attend those events together. And I wanted also to bring your attention on October the 12th at 10:30 a.m., there's going to be a groundbreaking of the new St. Thomas Clinic at Maplewood High School. A lot of folks are aware of what the Bridgestone folks have done at Maplewood, and something very similar is going to happen with St. Thomas and a clinic. And so we're very excited about having the mayor there at Maplewood High School to talk a little bit more about that. So you'll see some activity there Wednesday, October the 12th at 10:30 a.m. The Pages Branch Neighborhood Association meeting is October the 25th, and the Dickerson Road Merchant Association meeting is October the 27th. That wraps up all of the October meetings. Again, I appreciate your time and attention, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Council Lady. Council Lady Henderson.
Thank you, Chair Prodmore. I am announcing the last full moon pick-in party out at Warner Parks, benefiting the Friends of Warner Parks. The last one of the season is on Friday, October the 14th at 7 p.m. Tickets can be found online at nowplayingnashville.com, and that benefits the Friends of Warner Parks. Also related to parks, the ongoing Plan to Play master plan process for the countywide master plan for parks and greenways is still in progress. I appreciate community members engaging with that online surveys and meetings. And now 9,000 folks have engaged with that process. And the Parks Department is reporting back out to the community on what they found. And those meetings are coming up on Wednesday, October the 12th at 6 p.m. at the Warner Park Nature Center, Thursday, October 13th at 6 p.m. at the Hadley Park Community Center, also that same evening, October 13th at 6 p.m. at the Coleman Park Community Center, and then lastly on Saturday, October 15th at 9 a.m. at the South Inglewood Community Center. You can follow Plan to Play on Facebook or go to nashville.gov on the parks homepage and get signed up for emails to engage with that process. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Lady Henderson. Councilman O'Connell.
Yes, I do apologize, Mr. Speaker. I had a couple other things. I was remiss in not sharing a couple of major cultural things going on in my district. Nashville Oktoberfest is coming up this weekend. It's actually now a 3-day festival, one of the best free things to do at this time of the year. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it runs 2 to 10 on Friday, October 7th, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., right in the heart of Germantown. You can go to the NashvilleOktoberfest.com, where October is spelled with a K, and it is a Germantown tradition since 1980, so I do encourage people to check that out. The following weekend, the October 14th through the 16th, is the Southern Festival of Books, a celebration of the written word that takes place, and it's just one of my favorite events of the year down at Legislative Plaza. Basically, if you go to humanitiestennessee.org, you will find all the information about it. Authors from all over the country and world are here, including several local authors. There are sometimes musical performances, but it is just a wonderful event. I do encourage people to attend, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Councilman Elrod.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. Just a few announcements. October 8th is Saturday. Will be Cree Fall Neighborhood Association Fall in the Hall. Will be running from 10 to 1. There will be free food, games, bouncy houses, a petting zoo, a climbing wall, and at 11 a.m. will be the annual dog contest. Let's see. I don't know if it's been mentioned, but October 12th at 5:45 that evening will be the community meeting update on the CJC. I don't know how that's going. That's at the Midtown Hills Police Precinct. And then this Saturday, it will be the Caldwell Abbey Hall. It's usually their quarterly meeting, but they're also combining it with the Grateful and Giving, which will be to benefit the students of Norman Binkley Elementary School. That will start at 9:30. Will be the welcome and donations of potluck breakfast. 10 a.m. will be the brief meeting, and then 10:30 social time. And then last and absolutely not least is my wife's birthday today. So if y'all wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Councilman Withers.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. I have a few announcements to make. Appreciate this opportunity to get the word out about these events. This coming Sunday, October the 9th, if it has not already been announced, but At the last council meeting, Councilmember Sherry Weiner and I were honored to present a resolution honoring the 35th anniversary Star Spangled Salute to Vietnam veterans that will be taking place. The actual event will be taking place this coming Sunday, October the 9th, from 11 to 6 at Centennial Park. And we invite all of our citizens out to come and celebrate our veterans from Vietnam as well as other areas of where veterans have served our country. On Tuesday, October the 11th, the Eastwood Neighbors Group will be meeting at 6:30 p.m. at Eastwood Christian Church at 1601 Eastland Avenue. This will have a really important community discussion for some updates pertaining to the Eastwood Village proposal that we've been talking about for a long time. And that's for the former Hobson Chapel property at Greenwood and Chapel Avenues in Eastwood. And we've just got some final updates before we finalize the plan, and really hope our neighbors will come out and provide some feedback on that. And then lastly, next Wednesday, October the 12th at 2 p.m. at Fort Negley, I will be presenting a proclamation that announces that day, October the 12th, as Captain Tom Ryman Day. So we had some guests that came to the last council meeting who were here in full costume, and they will be joining me there, and I hope folks will come out to Fort Negley on Wednesday and help us celebrate the 175th birthday of Captain Tom Ryman. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilman. Council Lady Johnson?
Thank you, President Pratmore. Captain Richter, I'm so used to calling her Commander Richter, but it's Captain Richter now. And Chief Anderson, thank you, Chief Anderson, for reminding us that this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And that is why, for the viewing audience, why we are wearing these stickers. And so we want everyone to wear purple for this month, and let's paint our city purple with, with what you wear. So make sure you wear purple this month because it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I just wanted to bring that attention to the viewing audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Lady. Councilman Anthony Davis.
Thank you, Mr. President. Appreciate it. Just a couple things. First, this Wednesday, the 5th, is our East Nashville First Wednesday Coffee. Chamber East puts this on for East Nashville community members and business members. 8:15 Wednesday, the 5th, at Maplewood High School this time. Tends to rotate every couple months. This Thursday, the 6th, I think Councilor Van Rees mentioned the Inglewood meeting. That is always the first Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. at it used to be at Riverwood Church of Christ, at Lytton Alumni Center on Gallatin Road. Thursday the 6th, the Inglewood meeting, 7 p.m., Lytton Alumni Center on Gallatin Road. And also, finally, I want to mention on the 8th at 9 a.m., that is a Saturday morning, the 8th, we are having our Cooper Creek cleanup in Inglewood. We'll meet right there at the church on McGavick, Dalewood Baptist, I believe, at 9 a.m. on the 8th for Cooper Creek cleanup. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. Seeing no others in the queue, I have one announcement. So I'd like to announce that the people in District 9, I'm hosting my monthly District 9 coffee and bagels, no donuts, bagels, this Saturday at 8:30 to 10 o'clock. It's at the Madison Precinct. Come by, stop by, have a drink, have a cup of coffee, bagel, and if you have any questions concerning either District 9 or anything of Madison, I'm sure we can help you out. Councilor Van Rees, I understand, is having a meeting immediately following, so come by and have some bagels, or we'll leave them for her after we're finished. Seeing no other ones in the queue, I want to thank everyone for the attention, and that concludes the announcements.